What's up, guys? It's your boy Justin. Welcome to Dungeon Rollers Podcast. For this December, we're reviewing another Christmas horror comedy film, and that's Jack Frost 2, which is the sequel to 1997 Jack Frost film directed by Michael Mooney, starring Christopher Allport, Elaine Seeley, and Chip Heller. So the movie is also the movie's subtitle is Revenge of the Mutant Snowman, right? Killer Snowman or something along those lines, right? I think this is a Full Moon Pictures film. I'm not entirely sure on that, right? Because it's on Tubi, right? And there's a lot of crappy Full Moon Picture films on this website, right? Yeah, so I saw the first movie last year. Apparently, this movie's considered a cult classic, a horror comedy, Christmas horror comedy classic, cult classic, which is BS in my opinion, since like the best horror comedy Christmas film is obviously, well, some people would say Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, but for me, it would totally be, Santa's Sleigh. Which we might be doing a commentary track for that movie at some point. I don't know. That or like Silent Night, Deadly Night 3. Of the Silent Night, Deadly Night films, I think the third one's my favorite, but that's just me. Which we reviewed all 5 of those films last year. Maybe we'll review the remake, right, this year. But yeah, I saw this film, and boy, holy crap, this movie was hard to watch. Like, I think I tried watching it, like, last night, and I got 20 minutes and I had to turn it off. And this movie's, like, an hour and 33 minutes with a post-credit scene. Right? So, like, the movie, if you haven't seen the original, if you haven't seen the original was about, escaped convicts, serial killer got caught, right, by this small town sheriff, and on the way to his execution, right, his prison transport vehicle gets in a collision with this mysterious tanker that has this genetically altered chemical, right, and the serial killer Jack, Jack gets like melted by it, and he turns into this. He has the ability to turn himself into like a mutant snowman, right? And he can go from his solid form to a liquid form, right? And he goes to the town where the sheriff lives and tries to kill him and everybody, right? But he stopped when the sheriff and this FBI agent figures out all his weakness is antifreeze, right? So a year later, somebody found found where they buried the antifreeze, because that's how they killed him. Like, they killed him with antifreeze, and they buried the antifreeze, right? Somebody, it's implied it's like the FBI agent. Like, after he lost his job, who they recasted the FBI agent. I didn't even recognize him, and until that character was like, I didn't even, because it's been like a year since I saw that movie, right? So I didn't even remember there was an FBI agent, right? But it wasn't until like somebody pointed out that like, oh, he's a lot cuter now. That I realized, oh, they recasted that guy, because I didn't recognize him at all, right? And yeah, so like, I guess he sold the antifreeze with Jack in it to some scientist's laboratory, right? Which Jack is kept in like this liquid container, and eventually escapes when a stupid janitor like knocks it over or whatever. So yeah, and the guy Jack escapes and is on like a quest for vengeance, right, against against our main character, the sheriff, right? Who was traumatized by, Jack, and is seeing a therapist, which the therapist is is fucking Merlin from Army of Darkness, right? Which the movie and like the second half of the film has this like Army of Darkness feel to it, actually. Why the slapstick, what the slapstick is shit, whatever, and like the scene with the therapist was actually funny because he has like the intercom on and his like employees are listening to like Jack tell this, sorry, not Jack, the sheriff telling the story of the killer snowman, right? And then they're just laughing, laughing, and even the therapist is like chuckling, right? So yeah, afterwards, like his wife, his friend is getting married, right? And him and his friends, him and his friend's fiance and his wife are going to the Bahamas for a wedding, right? At this resort, right? And guess who shows up? Jack shows up and starts killing people one by one. And the colonel, which is this old British guy who supposedly fought fought in India, which I thought that thing happened in like the 1800s when the English fought the Indians, but I don't know. Right? Maybe he's supposed to be a World War One fucking veteran. I don't fucking know, right? But he's like, he's always talking about, his time spent in India, right? Right? And he's in charge of the resort, and he's covering up the murders, right? And it turns out, what's his name, Munch or something, the FBI agent who was recasted, by the way, is head of island security, right? And he tries to recruit the sheriff into trying to solve the murders, right? And then, like, it's not until the halfway point in the movie where Jack just, like, doing serial, killing people one by one. He just starts killing everybody, right? And he's even able to reproduce, creating, like, little snowball versions of himself going around killing people, right? Which was pretty cool. And he's also gone over his, antifreeze weakness, right? But it's not right, and it's not until that the wife is able to figure out his new weakness, right? So what did I think about this crappy movie? At the first, I would say the first hour of the movie is not good. The movie sucks, and then it's not until like the halfway. Sorry, first hour. I would say halfway through the movie kind of gets better. You kind of get to see you get like Army of Darkness kind of physical comedy, right? There's totally they were trying to go for I guess they had seen Scream, so they were doing Scream references. Where we need somebody to be as bait, and everybody's looking at the black guy. And the guy's the sheriff's oh, don't worry, Randy, I forget the guy's name. I'll be bait, right? That was funny. But yeah, the kills in the movie were okay. The special effects and practical effects of the movie suck. The cinematography of the movie sucks. Looks like a fucking soap opera, right? I remember the cinematography being better. There's really bad CGI and the practical effects suck. The costume when he's in the snowman form suck. Highlights of the movie. I forgot, the movie's cheesy as fuck. There's some cheesy shit in the movie, right? But highlight of the movie, there's actual tits in this movie. The first movie, they tried to fucking cock tease us with Shannon Elizabeth. That you were gonna see her tits. You never saw her tits in the movie. Here you actually see tits, where this Asian chick with obviously fake boobs is swimming naked in the pool for some reason. Why would you skinny dip in the fucking resort pool when there's like when you're on a fucking island, you could just skinny dip in the fucking beach. For some reason, she chose the fucking pool where Jack, froze it, right, and she drowned. Right, froze the top layer and she drowned, right. Also, Doug Jones is in the movie. Doug Jones, the suit actor from the Guillermo del Toro films, and he's like a cult. He's in like a lot of cult horror movies and cult horror TV shows, right? Doug Jones, I think that's the actor's name, is in the film, right? And I totally didn't recognize his voice, but it was totally him, right? And he's like, there's a stupid scene where him and this other guy are stuck on a raft, right? And they decide to go out on the raft, right? And they get stuck in the Pacific Ocean or whatever. And they fight over a carrot, which comes to life and kills them, right? Turns out it was Jack Frost or whatever. That was dumb. I'm trying to think of what was some of the funnier jokes in the fucking movie. Which there was some funny jokes in the movie. But I mostly like the Colonel character, right? I guess the scene where they have the dude bros get tricked by the one of the dude, it starts snowing, right? And there's a pool that's all frozen, right? And the guy their beer for some reason is warm, and the dude, one of the guys, tricks the other guy into putting his tongue, sticking his tongue on the pole, and he was going to pour beer down the frozen pole so the beer will get cold, and then the guy just ditches him to go talk to girls, right? And Jack Frost pretends to help him get unstuck, and he just rips his fucking tongue off. I don't know, that was a funny scene, but yeah, the movie's not great. The movie sucks, but there was some highlights in the second half of the film, but it's I'm just wondering why the fuck did they decide to have the fucking sequel in the fucking Bahamas, man? That's something you do. You change locales when you run out of shit to do, run out of ideas for a franchise. You don't just do it in the second movie, which is probably why this movie, this is there was only this was the last Jack Frost movie, because it's who the fuck wants to watch a Christmas horror comedy that takes place on a fucking tropical island? Get the fuck out of here. Honestly, if and the movie, because it's on a serial killer horror comedy on a tropical island, it just kept reminding me of a better tropical island horror comedy film, Club Dread by Broken Lizard. Right, which, if people don't know what Club Dread is, it was a horror comedy film made by the guys who did Super Troopers, Beer Fest, Puddle Cruiser, those guys, right? Which those guys' movies were awesome until they did Slamming Salmon, and that movie fucking sucked. And it took 6 years for that fucking. It took 6 years for that fucking movie to come out because it was so fucking bad. Or was it 4 years? I think it was 4 years, and they haven't done a movie since, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I think there was a Super Troopers 2 that actually came out. But yeah, I need to watch that if it actually did come out. But yeah, this movie sucks. If anybody, fucking 4 out of 10. Fuck this movie. If anybody has any suggestions for Christmas movies you guys want me to watch, let me know in the comments, because I'm really not in the Christmas mood this year, because for a couple reasons actually, because I took a job doing snow removal, so I'm on call to do snow removal, but it hasn't been snowing, or when it does snow, the fucking snow melts in the afternoon, so it's I don't get called in, I don't get fucking paid, and fuck, man, I shouldn't have fucking took a snow removal job, right? Fucking bullshit. And it was thing where I only did it because I heard it was supposed to. The stupid fucking Farmer's Almanac said it was supposed to snow a lot this year. Fucking bullshit. So I'm in the Grinchy mood because, one, I'm broke. I'm like not making a lot of money. Two, and I'm not broke, but I'm not making a lot of money. And like second, like it's green outside, so it's like fucking grass. There's no snow. Fucking bullshit. So yeah, so I'm kind of in a Grinchy mood, not really in the mood to watch Christmas movies. So if there's any Christmas movies you guys want me to watch, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm not gonna seek them out. I'm gonna do The Lodge and maybe Ginger Dead Man 2, though Ginger Dead Man 1 sucks, so I don't know why I would watch 2, but yeah. So that's it for this video, guys.